I got to feel it in my heart. And I'm like, what? I actually got hit in the eye by
Oh my
a
God.
woman's show. You combine rock with rap or hip hop, and that's what you get. Rock stars, that's what you want to look.
Mr. Phil, such an honor. Thank you for joining us here this evening on Dubai Night.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
All right, let's get started. Let's get some juicy answers from you.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. All right, so as you know, many rock legends have already performed in Dubai, and it is going to be an international music hub for the rock and metal scene in general. How does Def Leppard intend to leave a distinct mark on the city's growing live music story?
So I was just talking about this earlier. We've actually played
Nice.
there. It was in the early '90s, and we played Abu Dhabi. We done an F1 thing about two or
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago. But we see real comparisons with Vegas. When we used to play there, the first time we went to Vegas was like 1983, and
Right.
literally it was just the strip and a desert around it. And I think there's big similarities because Vegas has now exploded into this certainly America's leading capital for entertainment, like
True.
anything, Cirque du
True.
Soleil, UFC, boxing, everything, Formula One, and so I'm really excited
Mm-hmm.
because of that parallel. We're doing a thing in Vegas next year, actually earlier in February. So
Indeed.
just watching that grow, but I think there's a big similarity in what we're actually doing when we play Vegas. We're rolling out a new production, different songs, and just kind of updating it because we've been doing the same thing pretty much since COVID. So
Right.
it's going to be explosive and it's going to be different. It's obviously. So by the time we get to Dubai, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, we cannot wait for that. We're very excited, and I agree about the similarity. That is very much on point. Speaking of new things happening, you guys are currently working remotely on the new album. So,
Yeah.
could Dubai be one of the first places where fans hear material from it live?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Certainly. Typical Def Leppard fashion. We're like, when's the
Uh-huh.
yeah, the album's going to be ready this year, and it's like, oh, well, maybe next year. So, but we got like 15 songs that are
Oh,
pretty
wow.
much done, but we're not finishing touches. So yeah,
Hmm.
there'll definitely be some new music by the time we get there.
That is amazing. All right. And you've been rocking stages for decades. We would like to know what is the secret sauce that keeps Def Leppard's energy timeless, not just nostalgic.
I don't want to get old. I know we all get old. We have this aging thing,
The
right? It's
inescapable reality.
absolutely. But you can head it off at the pass. You can actually do like magic tricks that
Right.
I just saw this thing actually. It was Mick Jagger's 81st birthday. This obviously
Wow.
last year, and he had this video of him in a dance studio, and I was like, I'm looking up that looks like a 28-year-old man, just the way he was moving and everything, and it was Mick Jagger, and he's 81. So
Right.
it's that you there's new kind of methods for training. There's dietary things. There's all of this stuff that you have to do if you want to ward off any kind of aging kind of thing. So we do that and other things as well. Like we really sing when we play. A lot of bands and artists
Mhm.
that have a recording session, like a Pro Tools session or samples and that, we're really singing. And it's one of the things that we rehearse, we pride ourselves on, and we don't have any speakers on the stage, so you can actually sing as opposed to shout. So
Wow.
the singing's getting better and better and better, and every time we go out there, people go, "Oh, that can't be real. That sounds too good." So it's a backhanded compliment, it just
I
just
get
does
it.
get. So again, going back to that thing, what's different is that we keep improving, and I think that's a big deal, especially with most people. They just get to a certain thing, go, oh, this is okay, and stay with
Right.
that. We're not pleased with that. We want to get
You
better.
guys never stopped evolving and sticking with the time and what's happening in today's world. It's such a different
Absolutely.
world from the old school way, as well as I think you guys are keeping the rock and roll spirit, the authentic raw rock and roll spirit alive
Yeah.
as well, channeling it as well till today. Awesome. So, as you know, Dubai, when you say Dubai, you think luxury, and many artists see Dubai as a luxury stop. For others, it's an emerging frontier.
Right.
What is a Dubai show for Def Leppard?
Well, it's an excuse to show off for us, and to kind of bring our stuff and kind of, hit it out the park. Really,
Awesome.
that's what you. I mean, we do that everywhere, but especially when it's a new territory. And although we
Right.
played there before, we've never brought our own show there. So we have a show. So it's talking about entertainment capitals and all that.
Hmm.
It's really important to kind of bring that forward and bring that with us and kind of make sure they remember it, because like you
Marking the
said,
territory.
yeah, absolutely, and without a doubt, and also the competition's so massive. You
It
see
is
a Taylor Swift or a Beyonce show. It's like everyone's raising the bar, so you have to be part of
so
that.
high. It's
Yeah,
scary
yeah,
what's happening. It's scary what's happening in the mainstream sense. That is for sure.
it is. But on that point, like I said, we really sing, so it's a real live hard rock with all these songs, but we really
Right.
sing. So I literally have to sit around practicing every day, like even when we're off tour, just to keep it up, because it's the first thing to go is the voice.
I
So yeah,
think it never stops, huh? It never stops.
I
It just
know
never
you,
stops.
you,
Right.
you and you think you do. You have a bit of success, and you think, oh, I can take my foot off the
You
pedal
made it.
now.
This
Nope,
is it. Yeah,
no, that's not the case. You have to. It actually becomes harder because you have to keep improving. So yeah,
exactly. You have to maintain and preserve this legacy and the image that you created. So it's even more
definitely.
precious, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay, so speaking of legacy, if you could relive one Def Leppard concert from your career, exact same crowd, same night, same set list, what show would you pick and why?
We've had a few actually. We did the Download Festival. I think it was 2009, and the weather was
Nice.
perfect.
I
All of
love that
these things,
festival.
right? It's great, and so that
It's
was
crazy.
wonderful, and it was like tear tear jerking. It was like and there's been a few of them. We've done
Hmm.
Wembley Stadium, SoFi Stadium. We've played and a few just Mexico City is always amazing for us. The audience is like incredible, and we played there about 2 years ago was the last time, and
Hmm.
again it brings tears to your eyes because of the way the audience reacts. And we've
It's all
had a
about
few
that.
of them. Montreal, we played this sport arena in Montreal a few times, the same one, and the same deal. We had a 2 minute kind of audience. We couldn't actually play
Wow.
because the audience was going crazy. So yeah, there's been a few of them that have been absolutely amazing.
It's a special connection. I mean, I'm pretty sure as artists, you guys give the same kind of energy, and like the commitment is for you the same anywhere you go. But
Yes,
I for sure that there are more places that are more emotional than others, and that would react differently, and that kind of imprints on you as an artist, and it leaves a mark, and
definitely.
that's incredible.
But also, sometimes someone will come off stage and go, "Oh my god, that was amazing," and another person in the band go, "Oh my god, that was the worst show ever." So that all depends. But when it's unanimous, then that's great. And we're always we say we're always at least 90% there. So even if someone has a terrible night and their voice goes out and they forget the
Hmm.
words, or the band as a whole kind of holds it up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you're only human after all, and these things
Absolutely.
are bound to happen. So,
Well, I forget
and
words
people
every
get
single
it.
night. Every night I'll forget words and I sing the wrong ones. It's like, yeah, I've got a condition, I think. Yeah.
Right, right. Actually, that is, I believe that is very common, like to
Yes.
even forget your own lyrics. I mean, it's normal and people get it. The audience gets it.
But
All
like,
right.
this happened just the other week. I'm singing Animal. I got to feel it in my blood. Oh, whoa. And I sung, I got to feel it in my heart. And I'm like, what? I've been singing the right words for 30 years. I kind of,
Nope, error.
it was like, what? Where did that come from? So yeah, it happens.
Agreed. All right. So Hysteria turns 40 in 2027. Does performing in Dubai now feel like setting the stage for that milestone with a new generation of fans?
Absolutely. Because, it's getting close to when we're actually going to be, doing a tour, a
Hmm.
Hysteria tour. So
Hmm.
yeah, yes, absolutely. And we always play about 7 songs off that album anyway. It's our biggest album. So
Absolutely.
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right. Now, this is a funny one. It's one of my wild cards, but let's see. So, what is the strangest item that's ever been thrown on stage at a Def Leppard show?
A live cat.
Excuse me?
Yeah, a live cat came on the stage. We got it and took it backstage, and then we found the owner, which was kind of weird. It was somewhere in the States, and we gave them their cat back. Yeah. And when I was in a band before I was in Def Leppard, called Girl, and we opened up for Ozzy Osbourne, and
Nice.
it was around the time that the bat and all this stuff, and someone threw a dead headless bird on the stage, and it wasn't us. It was for Ozzy, but we were standing on the stage. It was like, okay, this is weird. And we've had ninja stars, bottles, scissors. I actually got hit in the eye by
Oh
a,
my
a
God.
woman's shoe. This is 1983, and I had to have cataract surgery. Seriously, I had to. It kind of
I'm
my
sorry, I
eyes
shouldn't
started
be
going weird.
laughing, but it is kind of hilarious at the
It's
same time.
hilarious.
It's
I mean, and
ironic.
I know, right? And I at first I thought, I got a black eye, and then like 5 years after that, I couldn't see out of it. And I went to the doctor, and he said, "Well, you're too young to get a cataract, but that
Right.
looks like a cataract." So I had to have that done. So yeah.
Do you think that woman ever found out that she caused you that condition?
Well, I think at least I know that she had to limp home with one shoe. So that was that was the
I
good
think
thing
she
about
took
it.
pride. She took pride in
I
it.
know. Wow. Unless she was
Wow.
one-legged, then you don't know. Yeah.
Ah,
So yeah.
there you go. But yeah, that is very strange. That is so unexpected, I would say. I mean, we get the classics, a piece of lingerie maybe or
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
but
yeah. That stuff.
but
That's
these are
that's
like the ABCs, I guess.
yeah. That's boring. Yeah. We came. Yeah. One time in Texas, we came
Right.
off the stage, and we didn't know. Yeah, there was always ninja stars. These kung fu stars in the back of the speaker cabinets, and we're like, what? You don't even know, and someone's throwing this
And they're
stuff.
just like flying out on stage. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that is dangerous, but
Oh,
I mean,
totally. Yeah,
it is what it is. It's the risk, huh?
definitely.
All right. Now, when you first started out, did you imagine that songs like Pour some sugar on me would
Very
still
good.
be festival anthems 40 years later?
No, but our producer Mutt Langer did, because when we'd kind of finished the album, and Joe was playing this thing in the corner, playing an acoustic guitar, and he goes, "What's
Hmm.
that?" And he goes, "I don't know." So he said, "Right, stop everything," and we turned it into a song. And that he said, "I think this can be the most important song on the album, and I think this can be a career changer." And we're like,
Wow.
"Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And yeah, someone asked him why we spent so much time. And he said, "So you'll be talking about it in 40 years." And here we are. Yeah.
That gave me goosebumps, just literally.
It's
So
wild,
because
huh?
it is wild because it's weird how you wouldn't have that vision originally, but someone
Right.
took a faith, and someone
Yes.
believed in it and pushed it regardless. And here you are. I mean, to me, I still think that's part of what makes music so magical. That even after all these years, like something that is so unexpected could happen. But
Definitely.
but aside from the vision and all, it's a stellar song, like
Oh,
it's catchy. And I think that from my generation, younger and older, we can all agree. It's like one of those songs that you can just like unanimously agree on. And
yeah.
even when I go to the some of your official videos, I would check the comments and you see those anyone in 2025 or louder, blast those speakers louder, like it's I think it's an iconic song, and it could be like one of those songs to be studied even too, for people aspiring to produce songs that would
Right.
last,
Well,
right?
there was an interesting thing with it, because again, back to Mutt, our producer.
Mhm.
Run DMC, Public Enemy, hip hop, but it was rap. It was still hip hop, but it was called rap most of the time then. And he said,
Right.
let's make the vocal line, like in the verse, a bit like a rap song, like the meter, like love is like a bomb, baby, come and get it. Oh, living like a love with a red eye on. It's got a meter to it that's
Mm-hmm.
more hip hop than rock. So that
Correct.
was
Yeah.
really interesting. So we tried to, well, he tried to infuse the two things, and it was an emerging thing. I mean, it was LL Cool J had just come out, and so
That is fascinating.
yeah, so you combine rock with rap or hip hop, and that's what you get. So that, I think that's why it was so popular.
Sweet. Thanks for those, like inside info on it. That's amazing. Okay, so reverting back to Las Vegas, and as you mentioned, and it's something that I also dug up, that your Las Vegas residency would arrive just 6 months before Dubai.
Yes.
So would Dubai performance differ from a city that you'll be making a second home, or is it gonna be a mix of something new and bringing that kind of signature? Like new explosive things that we discussed. It's kind of reverting back a bit to it, but maybe we can share more details about it.
So Vegas is almost a testing ground for us because we'll be there a
Mhm.
month, and so we won't be playing every night, but you try things out, you test them, everything, the screens, the content, getting in shape, and just hopefully being ready for that. So by the time we get to Dubai, it's going to be dialed in. It's going to be dialed in, and we'll know
You've done the
exactly.
experimental,
Yeah,
part and everything.
it'll
Right.
be it'll be there. It'll be like bang, a presentation, and so that's what we're hoping for, and it's cool. Fans who go to Vegas, they'll see it. Say, oh, what night did you see it? Oh, I saw it on this, and then this day they done this song, and so by the time we get out there, and we have a European tour before, so yeah, we'll be
Mm-hmm.
ready. I
Mm-hmm.
think, yeah, but by the time we get to Dubai, it's going to be amazing.
That is awesome. We cannot wait for that.
Me
I
too.
have, oh yeah, I can see the enthusiasm, and I'm pretty sure all our Dubai Night followers are gonna feel that as well. Um, if you were to pick an up and coming band or artist currently happening, who would you say is someone that caught your attention in the modern scene today?
I obviously with rock stuff, you've got this guy Youngblood, and it's
Oh
kind of,
yes.
but it's like a hybrid, and I'm always a fan of hybrids where you cross
Right.
one music with another. Fame. Well, that's what we are actually, and
Mhm.
Linkin Park was that. It was new metal, but it was kind of a bit of hip hop with heavy
Absolutely.
metal. So you have these things. Taylor Swift, obviously, and before her, Shania Twain, which again was
Right.
Mutt Lang. So I see glimpses of that with him. So yeah, that'd be cool. So it's kind of rock, but not really. It's kind of pop, and that's really what everyone wants to be, a rock star. They don't really want to be a
Exactly.
pop
That's
star.
the term, rock
Yeah,
star.
yeah.
Yes.
You look at Mick Jagger, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, rock stars. That's what you want to look. That's what it says on the can when you buy it. So everyone wants to be that. So
True.
that's the thing. It's yeah, it's
He
so,
has
so I
it.
think
Youngblood has it. He's been making huge waves right now in the scene, and especially that he is just performing left and right with these big legends, like
yeah,
already he's making, I don't know, like milestones that would take other artists at least a decade to be able to pull off. And
yes,
he's such a crowd's favorite. And I've been keeping up also with what he's doing, and because I think he's like the Taylor Swift of the rock world in a
right,
sense.
right.
Right.
But
So
it's
yeah,
not
so
quite rock. It's not quite all the way. Like
yeah,
we're a rock band, Metallica, a metal band, but they're a rock band. So it's different. It kind of
he
it
has the
falls.
voice
It's
though. The
between the,
voice
yeah, absolutely,
is
yeah, no,
the
and it
voice
and it
is of
sounds
a
like
rock
rock.
timber, I would say.
Definitely. Michael Jackson had a rock timbre as well. I know we think about the falsetto and that, but he was a
Hmm.
rock singer as well. So you kind of
I see
get a
what
bit
you're
of
getting
both.
with this.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. All right, Phil, I want you to just say something to Dubai from your heart. What would you say? Address our city.
Okay. So Dubai has the hottest water I ever put my foot in was the seawater around United Arab Emirates, and I forget exactly where it was. But I'm always doing this, and I think before that, I think there was a somewhere in the Caribbean. I kind of go in freezing cold water, and I've been in Sweden. I've been in through the ice and a lot of this
Right.
stuff. And that gets the number one hottest water. So I really want to go swimming in the sea there. So I know it's a weird thing to bring up, but every time anyone goes, well, where's the hottest water you've ever been? That's it. You know,
That's
before that, I
it,
think
right?
Goa in India, that, you know, in Kerala, I've been in there and that was hot. And it was
Yes,
like, oh,
Carol.
it's like a bath. But that number one.
I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's been such a pleasure having this conversation with you. Thank you so much
Me
for your
too. Thank you.
time, really.
Absolute pleasure.
And I hope I get to see you as well in
Me
person
too.
there. We'll try to make it work. I would like to snap a photo because this is such a special
Yeah,
moment for me,
absolutely.
Virat. Let's do this. All right. Thank you so much.
All
And
right. Thank you.
see you in 2026.
Yes. See you there. Take care. Thank you.